My name's Dr. Amanda Gatherer. I'm a consultant clinical psychologist and I work for the EIS Mental Health Expert Panel. We've been in existence for just over 3 years now, and our role is to support sports and athletes and staff working across sports with all aspects of mental health and well-being. That might be through training and education, through providing resources, but in particular we can provide an advisory consultancy service and hopefully advise on access to professional support, a whole network of practitioners that we can link people through to. So yeah, hopefully we're starting to have an impact on the mental health across the system. So Mental Health Awareness Week gives us an opportunity every year to encourage people to have conversations about their mental health, to encourage people to talk with each other, to encourage people to speak a bit more openly about how they're doing from a psychological point of view. And I think encouraging conversations is something we're trying to do through various routes throughout the year, but obviously Mental Health Awareness Week gives us a brilliant opportunity to put videos like this out into the system and hopefully just gives that extra nudge for people to pay a bit more attention to these sorts of things and to each other. I think in sport there are a couple of things we need to be more mindful of. One is obviously if somebody's got pre-existing mental health issues, then there might be a natural tendency to withdraw or spend more time alone. And I think we just need to be very mindful of checking in on people and making sure that people are okay and that they know that they've got support around them. Obviously, the pandemic has created long periods of time where people have been required to stay at home. Some of those people will be on their own, and the risks of feeling isolated and lonely can also increase the chances of somebody experiencing low mood or of anxieties increasing. And I think when we're troubled by difficult thoughts, negative thoughts, being on your own is a particularly problematic time. So again, it's just making sure that people are getting out when they can nowadays, particularly that people are re-engaging with sport and training, and that teams are focusing as much as they can on bringing the team together, bringing athletes together into training groups and just noticing those that aren't there, noticing people who perhaps have a tendency to leave early or people who perhaps have a tendency to arrive late. That they might just be indicative of something going on for them that needs attention. Those supporting teams and those supporting athletes can make sure that there is regular opportunities to check in with people, making contact with people, and obviously team-based activities. Traveling is a particularly risky time. It's a difficult time. The further away from home you might be, you can feel even more isolated, especially if you're new to a squad or you're just not used to being with the people around you or don't feel that you've connected particularly with them. So again, teams, athletes and support staff can be much more focused on creating opportunities to bring people together. And also encouraging people to reach out. A text message can be a nice reminder that, okay, I'm here for you, but you've got to pick up the phone and give me a call. It's great now that we have such a range of video connections, because I think that's really helpful to see somebody as well as speak to somebody. It can increase the sense of connection. And just making sure that athletes who, again, paying attention to athletes who perhaps we aren't seeing quite so, staying around afterwards and chatting, athletes that disappear quickly after training. They might just be athletes that we need to pay a bit more attention to when they're injured or when they're traveling.